Sure, Mataji. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. Today we are reading 10th canto, 11th chapter, the childhood pastimes of Krishna from text 1 to 20. Text 1. Sukadev Goswami continued, O Maharaj Parikshit, when the Yamalarjuna trees fell, all the cowherd men in the neighborhood, hearing the fierce sound and fearing thunderbolts, went to the spot. Text 2. They, there they saw the fallen Yamalarjuna trees on the ground, but they were bewildered because even though they could directly perceive that the trees had fallen, they could not trace out the cause for their having done so. Text 3. Krishna was bound by the rope to the Ulukala, the motor which he was dragging. But how could he have pulled down the trees? What had actually done it? Where was the source of this incident? Considering all these astounding things, the cowherd men were doubtful and bewildered. Text 4. Then all the cowherd boys said, It is Krishna who has done this. When he was in between the two trees, the mortar fell crosswise. Krishna dragged the mortar and the two trees fell down. After that, two beautiful men came out of the trees. We have seen this with our own eyes. Text 5. Because of intense parental affection, the cowherd men, headed by Nanda, could not believe that Krishna could have uprooted the trees in such a wonderful way. Therefore, they could not put their faith in the words of the boys. Some of them, however, were in doubt. Since Krishna was predicted to equal Narayana, they thought it might be that he could have done it. Text 6. When Nanda Maharaja saw his own son bound with ropes to the wooden motor and dragging it, he smiled and released Krishna from his bonds. Text 7. The gopis would say, If you dance, my dear Krishna, then I shall give you half a sweet meat. By saying these words and by clapping their hands, all the gopis encouraged Krishna in different ways. In such times, although he was the supremely powerful personality of Godhead, he could smile and dance according to their desire as if he were a wooden doll in their hands. Sometimes he would sing very loudly at their bidding. In this way, Krishna came completely under the control of the gopis. Text 8. Sometimes Mother Yashoda and her gopi friends would tell Krishna, bring this article or bring that articles. Sometimes they would order him to bring a wooden plank, wooden shoes, or a wooden measuring pot. And Krishna, when thus ordered by the mothers, would try to bring them. Sometimes, however, as if unable to raise these things, he would touch them and stand there. Just to invite the pleasure of his relatives, he would strike his body with his arms to show that he has sufficient strength. Text 9. To, to pure devotees throughout the world who could understand his activities, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna exhibited how much he can be subdued by his devotees, his servants. In this way, he increased the pleasure of the Brajvasis by his childhood pastimes. Text 10. Once a woman selling a fruit was calling, O inhabitants of Rajabhumi, if you want to purchase some fruits, come here. Upon hearing this, Krishna immediately took some grains and went through barter as if he needed some fruits. Text 11. While Krishna was going to the fruit vendor very hastily, most of the grains he was holding fell. Nonetheless, the fruit vendor filled Krishna's hands with fruits, and her fruit basket was immediately filled with jewels and gold. Text 12. Once after the uprooting of the Yamalarjuna trees, Rohini Devi went to call Rama and Krishna, who had both gone to the riverside and were playing with other boys with deep attention. Text 13. Because of being too attached to the playing with the other boys, Krishna and Balrama did not return upon being called by Rohini. Therefore, Rohini sent Mother Yashoda to call them back because Mother Yashoda was more affectionate to Krishna and Balarama. Text 14. Krishna and Balarama, being attached to their play, were playing with other boys, although it was very late. Therefore, Mother Yashoda called them back for lunch. Because of her ecstatic love and affection for Krishna and Balarama, milk flowed from her breast. Text 15. Mother Yashoda said, "My dear son Krishna, lotus-eyed Krishna, come here and drink the milk of my breast. My dear darling, you must be very tired because of hunger and the fatigue of playing so long. There is no need to play any more." Text 16. My dear Baladeva, best of our family, please come immediately with your younger brother Krishna. You both ate in the morning and now you ought to eat something more. Text 17. Nanda Maharaja, the king of Raja, is now waiting to eat. Oh, my dear son Balrama, he is waiting for you. Therefore, come back to please us. All the boys playing with you and Krishna should now go to their homes. Text 18. Mother Yashoda further told Krishna, "My dear son, because of playing all day, your body has become covered with dust and sand. Therefore, come back, take a bath, and cleanse yourself. Today, the moon is conjoined with the auspicious star of your birth. Therefore, be pure and give cows in charity to the Brahmanas." Text 19. Just see how all your playmates of your own age have been cleansed and decorated with beautiful ornaments by their mothers. You should come here, and after you have taken bath, eaten your lunch, and have been decorated with ornaments, you may play with your friends again. Text 20. My dear Maharaj Parikshit, because of intense love and affection, Mother Yashoda, Krishna's mother, considered Krishna, who was at the peak of all opulences, to be her own son. Thus, she took Krishna by the hand along with Balrama and brought them home, where she performed her duties by fully bathing them, dressing them, and feeding them. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Navarupa Syamasundara Das Prabhuji, please accept our humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Prabhuji, please take over the call, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji, for giving the opportunity. And I would like to thank you, Sundarananda Prabhuji, for giving me opportunity to share some of my thoughts, although I'm not in a stage to discuss about Bhagavatam, just like neophyte devotee. So please forgive any of if I make any mistakes. So let me share my screen. You can see my screen, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you. Om Jnana-timirandasya Gyananjana-salakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manovistam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Shayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Sapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Jutapada Kamalam Shri Guna Vishnavansa Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanitam Tam Sajivam Namayam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunnavadi Paschatya Deshotarine I don't have any qualification to glorify the Srimad Bhagavatam, but I want to recite the Srimad Bhagavat Mahatma by Srila Sanatana Das Goswami. Sarva Shastabdi Piyusha Sarva Vedika Satpala Ratnadya Dikpada Sarva Siddhanta Ratnadya Sarva Lokaika Dikpada Sarva Bhagavata Prana Srimad Bhagavata Prabhu Kulidhanto Ditaditya Sri Krishna Parivartita Paramananda Pathaya Prima Varshaksharayo Te Sarvada Sarvashavaya Sri Krishnaya Namastume Madhekyo Bandhu Mat Sangin Mad Guru Mat Mahadana Mad Nistaraka Mad Bhagya Mad Ananda Namastute Sadhu Sadhu Daita Anicha Chokata Nicho Chotakara Hana Muncha Katastin Mat Prema Manarit Kantayospura. Dear devotees, so in this chapter, this is we are reading Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter Canto 10, chapter 11. So this chapter basically talks about in my insights, the 5 pairs up there. So at first they talks about they describe the situation, what happened in the sequel of the Damodar Leela, and then included in Damodar Leela there is the pastimes of Jamala Arjuna trees, which is comes to the Nala Kubera who was in past life. And talks about that, and after that, this talks about the food vendors story, and then they give the pastimes about Vatsala Ras of Mother Yashoda, and where I will stop today, and then after that, next there is 2 more part. One is the residents of the Gokula is not feeling safe, and they wanted to move to Vrindavan. So in this, so in the first context, what happens? There's after there are lot of all the yesterday or the previously we were discussing about how we are hearing a lot of exalted devotees giving class about how the Jamala Arjun tree. Krishna was his Damodar Lila. He was his belly was bound with a rope and with the ulukhala, and then he was carried towards, he came towards the 2 trees, and the trees are fallen, and then there's a huge thunderbolt kind of sound created in there. So everybody was, after that, everybody was, oh my God, what happened there? So they were everybody was thinking, the neighbors are seeing oh, okay, this fearing thunderbolt noise in there, and then they rush towards toward the sound. That's what it happened, right? When we in India we try, when we see that somebody is having something is happening in our neighborhood, we just rush there. So the same thing happened in in Gokula when Krishna was there, and they had big sound, big noise, big sound. What happened there? So they actually approached the sound, and then they saw that the Jamala Arjun tree is fallen there, and then they're talking about this, what happened there. So, and nobody could determine what actually happened. Somebody saying maybe maybe it's maybe Lord Narayana did it, because they they were thinking, oh, okay, and because Narayan is the is thought that Krishna is the very similar, very is compared to Narayan or something was predicted. So they were thinking about Narayana did this. Some are thinking, oh, okay, this is done by Osura, and some people are saying, no, 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 this is done by something else. But the kids in there, all the Gopa and Gopis, the kids, they were thinking, they saw what happened. Some of them saw that, and they are saying no, 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 Krishna did it. And they actually, this is really important point in our life. I sometimes feel like that when we basically, when we go through a lot of processes, and when we grow up, it's very difficult to conceive any thing that doesn't match with a lot of logics. So we always try to consider everything through logics. But the kids, they saw that one. They're saying, no, 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 it's fine. Krishna did it. Anything possible in the mind of mind of kids. So you can like say anything, you can make them understand, okay, this is this. They will grow like that. But so this is one of the important thing. I was like hearing this pastimes of Hanumanji. He was talking when Ramchandra came to Ayodhya, and the Sita Devi was like putting sindoor in her forehead, and then Hanumanji asked like, "Oh, what happened? Why you are putting this?" And then Hanumanji is saying, Sita Devi is saying, "Oh, okay, Ramchandra becomes very pleased when I put this." And he was like a kid. Hanumanji's heart was a kid. So he is just immediately so soft-hearted. He's just like thought, okay, maybe I will do this. So similarly, the kids in here also was like soft-hearted. They could understand, they could like believe anything. So they saw Krishna did it, and they're believing that, oh, Krishna is did it. He's that powerful to do. Although he's a small baby, he can do this whole big thing. So, and then now, when we go for the and then there starts the but Krishna's father, the Nanda Maharaj, he came. He says like, oh, okay, or like all the elderly person who has like paternal love, affections, and also like other like basically the Vatsalya, they thought, okay, no, this Krishna cannot do this. They are thinking something like that because they were, Krishna, when Krishna comes to this world, so he possesses two kinds of energy. One is called Yoga Maya, one is called Mahamaya. So whoever the devotees are, eyes are covered with the Yoga Maya. So Yoga Maya covered everybody's eyes. They are staying with Krishna, but they cannot they cannot believe. Even sometimes they see big things Krishna is doing, Leelas is doing, miracle is doing, but they cannot understand that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But on the other hand, when it comes to the non-devotees who doesn't believe in Krishna, Krishna covers him with the Mahamaya. So Mahamaya, this energy covers Krishna such a way, even they also cannot understand Krishna is the Supreme Personality. They become like, oh, opposite of Krishna. But when Yogamaya covers the face, they are towards Krishna, but they cannot sometimes understand Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 7:25, Nam prakasham sarvasya yoga maya samapritam mudayaham nabijanati loke mama ja abhayam. So Krishna says that one in Bhagavad Gita. So everything is controlled by his energy, like yoga maya energy. So in the next slokas slokas from 7 to 9, in the 7 you can see there's like gopis are like so. We see this still in India. I saw in my childhood, like like people do it. So gopi, it says like gopi vi stovita. So gopi vi stovita means gopis are inspiring. Oh, you dance. If you do this, you do that, then we'll give you this. Like say here, they're giving Krishna saying like, okay, I'll give you a sweetmeat. So this way, so this is kind of love. So one kind of love, they like to see Krishnas. They like Krishna, so they are like trying to inspire Krishna to do these kind of activities. And Krishna in Srimad Bhagavatam later previously in 9th canto, Krishna says, Aham Bhakta Paradhino. So Krishna says, I am subdued by my devotee's love. He is like under the devotees. What devotee, if a devotee say anything to Krishna, Krishna will do that. So also Krishna says, but we see that like is Krishna says, Ekela in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishna says, Ekela Ishvara Krishna Arsa Bhritto, Jare Joise Nachai Toise Kore Nitto. That means Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And everybody do how Krishna says. But here we see that Krishna controls everything. But here we can see that Krishna is basically, when somebody becomes devotee, he becomes controlled by that devotee. So, which is really magnificent, I would say. So, this is a very important thing. So, and also like Krishna says in Chaitanya Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami says, Krishner jateko lila sarvottama nara lila narabupu tahara swarup gopa besho benukar nava kishur natabar nara lila hoy anupam anurup. So Lord Krishna has many pastimes. It says Lord Krishna has many pastimes, of which his pastime as a human being are the best. In this form, he is a cowherd boy, and he carries flute in his hand, and his youth is new. He is also an expert dancer. So Krishna is basically in these leelas in here. Krishna is doing. There is no like higher leela than for Krishna than the like in what described in Srimad Bhagavatam. So basically, when Krishna appeared in the Braja Bhumi, what leela he did, that was the best best ever leela we know. And so there is like another thing. So another thing is here the Vatsalya Ras and Vatsalya and the like Oshharya. So this Oshharya, so in Chaitanya Charitamrita it also says Oshharya Gene Sab Jakata Misrito Oshharya Shitilo Preme Nahi Mor Priti. So Krishna does not like somebody like worship Krishna with the Oshharya. Krishna likes more who has love. If they show love, Krishna likes it better. Because it says that like when you have like Oshharya, that is this the Oshharya Bhakti is worshipping is like basically kind of some fear. You have some fear in your mind. If we go for the like Chaitamrita that talks about this thing, Ramananda Rai and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's discussion. So in the South India, we can see this in there. So here Yashoda Mata was like having saying like, oh, okay, like bringing this article or that article. This was like La Bashal Ras. So she is like performing in here. So and then Krishna says like, I take everything, like say in the chapter in the text 10, he says like, okay, so what happens in there? Say a food vendor comes with some fruits. Previously there was not like long back, there was no many people used to like, exchange things. Okay, I give you some fruits. I have mangoes, I'll give you mangoes. You have like rice, you can give me rice. So they were like exchange things. So here is a one important thing I really like in here, that the Krishna here, the woman was selling fruits, and then Krishna has a really little hand. He just took a little bit like rice and gave her, grains, and then gave her, and then Krishna gave her so much. So he says like if somebody approaches to Krishna in one step, Krishna approaches 10 steps towards them. So we always should like practice Krishna Bhakti, and then we should always approach to Krishna more closer in every day. So then Krishna will come much faster towards us, and Krishna will give us the Prem Bhakti to us. So Krishna says here in the like Patram Pushpam Phalam Tom, we know, everybody know this sloka. So here is saying that, so it's the same way here. So when Krishna accepts something, so it's the same way we also get benefited. So, and also there's so if anybody says like Jat Koroshi Jadasnasi Jajju Hoshi Jadasiyat Tattu Upasasi Kante Tatkurusha Madarpanam, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, sloka 27. So is the thing that if anyone in this like how you if somebody do anything for Krishna, very similar, the same thing. Like when you do something for Krishna, Krishna gives in the return. And whoever loves Krishna, there's the base. Krishna loves them the most. And also it says like Krishna is always happy, for he is Atmaram. Krishna is Atmaram and fully satisfied with his own opulences. So in the same way, we go to temple, we do services. Do we service those for the temple or for the Krishna? And basically, we do it for us. If we do it for us and keeping Krishna in the center, so we get more from Krishna. Because Krishna see that we are doing it for Krishna, but our main goal is to give it to the Krishna. So we are serving Krishna. More we serve, more we serve for the Krishna, more we get benefited. Even in the same way, like when we serve in the temple, so we get benefited. If we donate in the temple, we get benefited. It's not like Krishna is like, oh, okay, you give me money. Otherwise, like, I cannot leave. Don't give me food. Give me fruits and other things, offerings. Otherwise, I'll be like, hungry if you don't give me. Krishna has everything. He's always pleased. But if we do give him, if we serve him, we get satisfied. So in the text 12, so this is like after that Rohini Devi actually went to bring Krishna and Balaram and another cowherd boys were like playing inside the river of the Yamuna, and then but they were not listening to Rohini. And then Rohini Devi said, okay, you are not listening to me, let's send Yashoda. So Yashoda was like more affectionate towards Krishna and Balaram. So she was like so affectionate that when from her like breast milk used to flow because of her love. The same thing it says like even the cows in Vrindavan also had the used to for the love for the Krishna. Cows also had the love for Krishna. So and also their babies, of course. And then the milk used to flow from their udder towards the in the grass, and the grass used to grow much tastier. And eating those grass, cows used to give even more tasty milk. And Krishna used to Yashoda Mata used to offer those to Krishna. So in the same way, so Yashoda Mata, he's not coming. Krishna Mata is saying, okay, come home. Your dad is waiting. You should eat. This is a really nice thing that in the Nanda Maharaj, in our culture, we previously used to have we used to eat together with our parents, with our families together. It's the same thing in here. Nanda Maharaj is sitting waiting for Krishna and Balaram. When they'll come, he will eat with them together. So that was Krishna's appearance, appearance tithi. So that was in that day what happens Krishna was so all it doesn't matter whatever the situation we have, we should give charities to the Brahmana in all auspicious days. Basically here is Krishna is putting the example, Yashoda Mata is putting the example. Although Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, nothing can happen to him. But Krishna is making this possible that, okay, Yashoda Mata is giving, donation towards the Brahmanas and others. It says in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, verse 5, that Yoga Dana Tapa Karma Na Tejjam Karma Mevatad Yagya Danam Tapascharya Sravanani Manishinam. So it says the act of sacrifice, charity, and the penance are not to be given up. They must be performed. Indeed, charity and penance purify even the great souls. So, there is a nice story. I remember there's one sadhu was with his disciple walking through a village, and then he asked for charity. But like there was a small girl there. She was there, and she's like, "Oh, I don't have anything to give you." So the sadhu gave a stone in the hand of the girl. That's like, and then told the girl, "Okay, give me this stone to my hand." So then the disciple of this sadhu was like saying that, "Oh, why you did that? This is just a stone. You give the stone, and you tell her to give the stone to me." The sadhu says, "No, this is the like I am like helping her to grow a habit that like to do charity." So that's where how important it is that like the sacrifice, um, charity, and penance are the like most important. It should be done always. So there are like the Parikshit Maharaj here, the Maharaj like here in the text 20, the one beautiful and most important word here says that like intense love and affection. There's the Vatsala ras. There are like two kinds of rasas are there. So one is Mukha ras and one is the Gauna ras. Mukha ras is there are 4 types of Mukha rasas, like the primary rasas. And then there are one secondary rasas called Santaras. But in the primary rasas, out of 4, there are Dasaras, Vatsalara, Dasya, Sakha, Vatsala, and Madhurya. So out of these, the Vatsala rasa is the second highest rasa, because the Vatsala rasa also contains Sakharas and Dasaras. So it contains all those 2 rasas. So that's why here here in the text 20, it is like specially mentioned about this bacheloras. And later in the like different so later in our next section, we'll be seeing that like how the like different asuras in the doing their pastimes. So the Putana, the Siudu Guru, and Trinavartasura and other we saw in and that's why like later you will see that like Krishna and the residents of the Gokula is moving towards the Vrindavan, because they think that they are being attacked. This is not good. They are being attacked by the inauspiciousness came in there. They need to leave this place. Thank you, dear devotees. I'll be happy to answer any questions if you have. That was like my understanding in here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah,
Hare Krishna,
thank-
Prabhuji. Dandavad Pranam. Hare Krishna.
thank you so much, Navarupa Syamasundara Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.